I'm originally from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. I survived the military dictatorship when I was growing up, when I was a kid. So when I came to the US, I came for a one-year program. That was like 27 years ago. I came here and immediately I started feeling something weird. And over time, that weirdness, what it was, is feeling safe. Over the months of being here, I started feeling more empowered, like a weight had been lifted from me. And it had to do with things like I would see a police officer and I wouldn't be afraid, or I would see a military person and it was somebody's family member and he wasn't pointing a gun at anybody. People would speak up their mind about things from religion to ideology to politics. So all that was invigorating, and it just doesn't happen in other places. The Constitution is very clear that people have a right to speak, to gather, to act in a way to defend their rights, or not in a violent way, but in things that have to do with speech. It is an amazing thing to be in a country where you can feel safe to speak up your mind and to just be who you are. The Constitution says very clearly is that it's about persons. It doesn't talk about citizens, it doesn't talk about voters. It talks about anybody residing in the US. The process to become a citizen is lengthy. It took me over 10 years to become a citizen, and for many people that is not even an option. And the reason is because it's just so expensive to do it. But for the people that is an option, many times they stop at green card. They don't become a citizen. They have to become citizens. They have to take it to that next step, because when you become a citizen, you are more like an owner of this place. You are taking responsibility and taking an active role in deciding which direction this country is going to move at a top level and at a local level. Voting is the way to shape this country's future. And so I encourage people to register to become citizens and to register to vote so they can be an active participant in this place that they love. Many like me are immigrants. Some of them have not become a citizen yet. And so the Constitution seems like a foreign document to them. But I thought that it would be important for them to know that the Constitution applies to them as well, that we all have rights, including immigrants, including people that don't vote. This is a document that was meant to say anybody in the US have the same rights. People can beat you up or torture you or kill you or disappear you just because you are not a US citizen. In Argentina, like recently, for example, Native Americans were protesting a takeover by a corporation of their land. And in doing that, they got beat up. And one of the persons that was there protesting has not been seen ever since. This has been like 3 weeks. So right now in Argentina, because of our history with people being disappeared, people are very concerned that this is going back to those times. So even though Argentina is right now a democracy with a constitution, people are asking, where is this person? And nobody knows where he is. And the dictatorship that happened to 30,000 people, including my older brother. He was one of the people that was disappeared. To the people that are in the schools that are listening to this, I want them to hear this message that this is a safe place for them to be. Somebody told me recently that I should assimilate. And I was thinking, assimilate to what? What is the model that we are supposed to use to assimilate? Is it a Southerner? Is it a African American? Is it a hip-hop musician? Is it a New Yorker, a Californian? What is it? When you think that Google was created by an immigrant, Apple was created by the son of an immigrant, SpaceX, the guy that is going to take us to Mars, it's an immigrant. So that's why I'm always telling people, take a chance, get somebody that it may not be like you. This social contract, this constitution is one of the things that makes our country be a safe place for people to thrive and be successful and happy. I appreciate what the 917 Society does in reminding people what this constitution is. It is a series of items or ideas that were put together by a group of people that fought against centralized government that was trying to dominate and oppress what individuals were doing hundreds of years ago. So I think to remind people, like the 917 Society does, what that Constitution is all about and where it came from is extremely healthy and important for us as we move forward as a country, that people remember where that comes from and that it doesn't happen by accident. It wasn't just created out of thin air, that people really fought to make it happen.